In October, the Education Department announced a series of reforms, so maybe Joe Biden do got y'all back. Maybe Joe got your black. Joe said he promised he would fix during his campaign, which included a temporary waiver to allow past payments and other programs to count towards forgiveness. That's just what Ansel needed. Her 96 payments? How many payments is 96? Let's see. I know 60 months is 5 years. 72 is 6 years. 84 is 7 years, right? Did I get that right? 84 is 7 years. 96 is 8 years of payments. That's literally 8 years of payments. Whew. You know, I often talk about different people living in the victim Olympics and certain people that are doing things that does not make sense. But apparently somebody sent me this morning, and it said that student loan forgiveness, meet a teacher who got $44,000 in debt canceled. I thought that it would be a good story. It'd be a good change of pace before I start getting back into all of these people that's running in the victim Olympics complaining that Biden won't cancel their student loans, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So maybe we can go solutions-based today. I don't know. I haven't fully read the article, so let's go through it together. All right. Lisa woke up on November 11th free of a burden she carried for 15 years. Maybe you can get something out of this and you get your student loans canceled. Her remaining student loan balance of $44,000 had been forgiven. Wow. That's a gift. That is a blessing for your student loans. For somebody to give you $44,000, that is a blessing. For a decade, she's been diligently making monthly payments that should have counted toward the federal program. For over 10 years. All right. Established in 2007, the program is meant to forgive student debt. So it's meant to, if you work in the public sector or you do something for the public and all of this other type of stuff, and you do it for over 10 years and you get on an income-based repayment plan, you can possibly get your student loans forgiven. But they have like over a 97, 98% rejection rate from people that apply to get their loans forgiven through this program, right? Let's continue. Ansel, who lectures at the University of Southern California, butt cam equals seat, who lectures at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles, graduated from Harvard in 2003 with a master's degree and was part of her first group of borrowers eligible for the forgiveness in 2017. So she graduated in 2003. She was grinding, she was working, and now in 2017, when the program got instated in 2007, apparently she became eligible, all right? But the program has revealed itself to be riddled with flaws. It ran up a 98% denial rate. I just stated that right off the bat simply because I'll be pouring into y'all every day and I'm telling y'all what's going on, right? Yeah, check it out. And I still got a job on the side. I'm still tapped in. I'm signed into the job right now. I'm one of the hardest working people you ever gonna know in your life. Now, following a recent education department reforms to the program, she says she's had a new lease on life. I thought it was more empty promises and more empty words, but I happened to check my balance when I saw my debt was gone. I took a screenshot as evidence right away in case they tried to pull it back. This girl said that she was so ecstatic and she didn't believe that it was real. In October, the Education Department announced a series of reforms, so maybe Joe Biden do got y'all back. Maybe Joe got your black. Joe said he promised he would fix during his campaign, which included a temporary waiver to allow past payments and other programs to count towards forgiveness. That's just what Ansel needed. Her 96 payments? How many payments is 96? Let's see. I know 60 months is 5 years. 72 is 6 years. 84 is 7 years, right? Did I get that right? 84 is 7 years. 96 is 8 years of payments. That's literally 8 years of payments. Whew. Previously deemed ineligible because they were on the wrong repayment plan, according to documents. It's like winning a lottery, she said. I've had a very painful PSLF saga, and after a while, you just become numb to the cuts. Operator G said, yo, Anton, she was lucky. Don't you agree? Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. You know I rock with you, don't you? I agree. Operator G. Thank you, my friend. And he also said, My C was 2 months ago and still waiting. It's cool. I'll wait. See, patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I told her, I said, don't worry about it. Daddy got you. I'm just a sliver of totality of borrowers drowning in crippling debt. So I'm looking for the insight, all right? She says she started with a student loan debt load of $55,000. Jesus. So you telling me in 2021, after 2003, she still owed $44,000 even though she started with $55,000. You know how much interest she paid? Debt load of $55,000 and consistently made monthly payments. That Fed loan servicing, shout out to Fed loan, the student loan company that managed it deemed ineligible. She said it was mission impossible trying to get help from someone at the company who could put her on the right path to forgiveness. She was told that if she wanted to qualify, all of her past payments would not be counted and she would have to start over. So shout out to Biden. Listen, we gon' the same way that we got to kill him as far as like he doing it wrong. We gonna kill you on this. We gonna kick your butt. We gonna hold you accountable. If Biden is responsible for helping to make the reforms possible for what it was that was promised to these people, then I got to give him some credit along the way. Listen, I'm an equal accountability partner, which means that I got to give you the same credit. You know the one thing that I hate from people? I hate it when people only get on you. When they only want to talk to you when they got something negative to say or they want to give constructive criticism. The same way that you give constructive criticism is the same way that you got to give credit. And so I got to give Biden some credit. If he's making the adjustments and the reform and he's putting people in place and things is happening and he's doing and taking care of the things that he's promised, the overwhelming majority of he's not delivering on. But if he is delivering on something, I'm going to acknowledge you and give you credit. Right? Straight up. I can't stand when people only got something to say when they got something to say negative. When I'm coaching people, I kick y'all butt sometimes, depending on who you are, where you at, and what you need, and if you're living in the victim Olympics. But then when they come back and they say, yo, Anton, check this out. I did this and this. Yo, I just leveled up, or I got this new job, or I got the second job, or whatever like that. I say, hold on. And then they say, okay, so this is what I'm doing. I said, stop, bro. Stop. Hold on for 1 second. What did I do? They think I'm about to get on them. I say, listen, we're not just going to gloss over your greatness, because I will chew you out for the next 10 to 15 minutes if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You talking to me about how you enticed by this girl over here, then you got a wife on the side, and then I'm chewing you out. I will chew you out. I say, hold on, stop, bro. Let's acknowledge your greatness and the things that you achieved, because too often at times we live in this mindset to where the only time that we supposed to listen to people is when they cussing us out. Very few times do people actually give you the acknowledgement and the encouragement that goes along with the thing that they're trying to teach you to get over. So when you get over it, I'm going to take just as much time and celebrate your greatness. Rome will tell you. Some of these people that I coach will tell you, I'll be like, hold on, fam. You are so dope. I hope your girl appreciates you. I had them put their girl on the phone like, yo, do you know the man that you living with? You know how awesome this dude is? You know how I would have loved to become what he is earlier than I did it? This dude is 28, 29 years old, and he accomplished what I had just started to accomplish at 33, 30. Yo, I don't have no problem celebrating and giving people their credit. I love it when people win. I love it when people get rich. I love it when people are successful. I love it when people are living in abundance. We need to normalize giving people their flowers and credit outside of their funeral. Let's not wait till, they can't hear it no more, and we need to start acknowledging people's greatness. So listen, the same way that I go at Biden, the same way that I hold him accountable is the same way that I'm going to give him credit for the reform that he's doing in this program that is starting to translate into the results and the expectations that they promised back in 2007. Y'all gonna have to start being objective we don't lean on whether you conservative or liberal or whatever like that. We lean on the results. I say it all the time. I don't care about how you feel. I only care about the results. So we're going to have to give Biden the credit that he deserves, because every other day I have something talking about how he's not delivering on the thing that he promised you. Okay. We have to be objective. We got to be objective. All right. So let's continue. She didn't have to take that selfie. I wonder if she got some work done. She should have been spending that money on that student loan instead of getting this work done that she got on her face. That is a horrible selfie. Along with broad student debt cancellation, she said she wants to see the restoration of bankruptcy. Okay, now you pushing it, boo. Bankruptcy protection, something student loan justice has long been advocating for. Did y'all know that when you file bankruptcy, student loans and whatever debt that you owe to IRS, those aren't included? It's true. It's true. I've never personally filed for bankruptcy, but I understand that that's what people tell me all the time. I coach a lot of people. Borrowers who want to get rid of their debt through bankruptcy must prove undue hardship, which is a difficult standard to prove. Filing a lawsuit against a student loan company can also be expensive and lengthy. The company usually has more resources than the borrower, lowering the borrower's chances of succeeding. So long story short, what they're telling you, this translation is that it's incentivized for a student loan, for a loan company to hold on to you paying, because you servicing the loan and paying interest on that loan puts money in their pocket, and that's the way that they profit. Okay. All right. Bipartisan bill introduced by the Senate would allow borrowers to seek bankruptcy discharge of their federal student loan after 10 years. That's crazy. If people can discharge their student loans after 10 years just by filing bankruptcy, ooh-wee. The reforms are still in its early stages. Insider recently spoke to a therapist and veteran who are both banking on the reforms to give them overdue relief they deserve. Biden has taken steps to cancel student debt and reform programs for other groups of borrowers, like those defrauded by for-profit schools. Still, when it comes to broad student debt cancellation, Biden's administration has been largely silent on if or when that relief will ever come. And Ansel said she will not stop fighting until it's done. The way Biden handles the student debt crisis will determine his legacy. The struggle isn't over until it's over for 45 million Americans. Listen, we're not gonna live in a victim Olympics in that space. Be thankful, boo. Be thankful. Listen, she should be one of the very few that actually should be voting for Biden if he decides to rerun, because she has something to vote on and a platform to stand on. But let's be clear. We still not gonna run in a victim Olympics. I still don't want you guys depending. If it happens, cool, but don't depend on anyone, including the federal government, in order to make sure that you are straight long term. Okay.